throb, and that is the sloppily played intro to The Replacements. I Will Dare from their excellent 1984 LP, Let It Be. I'm going to show you how to play the main parts of this song as well as I can figure them out from what's on the record. They are very unusual. They are not any kind of standard chords you normally hear. If they are, they're, with added notes or played in a different way that you normally don't play them. It's a screwed up song. But anyway, I'm going to show you, like I said, as best as I can, how to get through it. To start off, there's a little strumming part. You're going to hold your third and fourth fingers there on the G chord, a broken G chord, but a G chord nonetheless. So your third finger is going to be on the D. On the second string, your fourth finger is going to be on the G, right there on the first string. And that's basically, a G chord. You're going to hear that a lot underneath the other things that are going on. So the first chord is you're holding that down, and you're going to hold that down, and take it off and hold it down throughout this little part. And you're going to put your first finger here. Sorry, I'm giving you the finger. I'm not using that finger. But you're going to put your first finger on the B of the fifth string. So B, fifth string. You're going to have this D, second string, and G, first string. And your chord sounds like this. So it kind of rings out. There's kind of weird notes. The D, of course, is open, and it rings out in there. That is your chord. Ignore the sixth string. Don't play that. You're going to move on to placing your first finger down on an A chord. So like a barred A. So you're going to have your first finger holding down on the E note, on the A note of the third string. And then you're going to have it ringing out here as the C sharp on the second string. You're going to remove your third finger, but leave your fourth finger down. So this is not an easy song to teach, like I said. You're starting off with this. So it's an A7 chord, basically. But the way you're playing it is open A, bar on the E, fourth string, bar with your first finger on the A, bar with your first finger on the C sharp of the second string. And again, your pinky here, and it needs to be your pinky, is on the G string. So A7, easy enough there. So you got, now you're gonna hammer on your third finger back to the D here. So you're doing like a sus thing there. You're gonna put your third finger down on the D note of the second string. And you're gonna play it like so. So the whole riff is. And that's the little riff that goes through the verse. It goes underneath the little guitar melody that's playing. I'll do it once more at speed. Sometimes I leave my third finger off when I'm playing that B chord. It's probably not correct, but, it's really hard to tell what's going on in that song. So, either or, but I think for the most part, if you play it the way I showed you here, you're mostly there. Of course, it's a replacement, so they probably play it different every time anyway. The riff in here, which sounds like it's being played on bass, maybe it's being played on guitar as well. I don't know. The riff itself is starting on F sharp. And you're playing F sharp, G, F sharp, A. But you're also hitting the A in that little riff there. You're hitting it very quickly. You barely hear it. So you're playing F sharp, G, A, back to the F sharp, and then back to the A. F sharp, G sharp, A, F sharp, A. That's the first part of that little riff. Again, it's probably played on bass or whatever, but I'm faking my way through it on guitar. The second part of that riff is, which is open A, B, A, D, A, B, second fret, fifth string, A, open D, fourth string, A. Say. So it's A, B, A, D, A. So you got. Actually hit a D there instead of the A. That sounds fine too. Whatever sounds good to you. Again, this song is loosely transcribed in this video, and like I said on the record, it's probably played, differently, depending on how, Paul felt at the moment. We'll move on. The last part of that riff is an octave riff. I usually play it with my first and my fourth finger. It just seems easier when I'm playing that riff to use the fourth finger. You can use the third finger as well, but I usually use the first and the fourth, and I play the octave B. So B on the fifth, and the fourth fret on the third string. Also your B octave, and you're going to be playing the B octave, C sharp octave, D octave, and then C sharp. So the whole riff is. Sometimes I play it by also holding the D and the G as we do in the beginning, because that little strumming pattern is going underneath there. And sometimes I try to kind of approximate both parts at the same time and go. And then I also bar the A like you do in that original little strumming riff I told you. So I try to do like a hybrid version where I add both of those in. If you have two guitars in your band, you don't have to do it, but sometimes I play it like this. Anyway, that's most of the parts of the verse. The chorus again is weird. It is an E minor. But not just an E minor, because you're playing a melody under it. You're playing D, C, B, C. D, C, B, C on the second string. But you're playing it with your pinky and your first finger. So again, you're holding an E minor chord, which is the second fret of the fifth and the fourth string, but you're also having this D with your pinky, the meet me anywhere. Meet me anywhere or any. And you're going back and forth on those notes there, the D, C, B, C, D, C, B, C. You're going to do that throughout the chorus here, so you have. Now I'm going to play a regular C, but I'm also going to have that melody going. It's easier because your first finger is already on the C note where it needs to be. So once again, normal C chord, but with the D with your pinky on the second string. Now I'm going to go to a D, but the D, I am not going to finger the note on the first string. I am simply going to play the two notes A and D here with my second and third finger. A on the G string, D on the B string. So you get that kind of chord. Sorry, I think I've gone out of tune a little bit, but the replacements were never in tune either. So for the D, you're going to have the same riff playing. So far we got. Back to the C, and I don't think you need the riff here. C, and then A7. A7 I usually play like this, it sounds like it's played like this on the record. Open A, E, open G, and and then C sharp, 2nd fret on your B string. All the way through the chorus, you get back to C and A7, and then back into. There's a solo section in the middle. Pete Buck from REM plays the solo. I'm not going to teach you Pete's part, but I'll teach you the chords underneath it. It is F, and then D7, F, and then G7, F, D7, F, and then it does a little riff, which is G, B, C, D. So once again, your normal bar F chord, and then a D7. If you don't know D7, it's like a normal D, but it's kind of inverted, and you're fingering a C with your first finger. So you got back to F, and then G7. I'm doing a G7 bar. And then G, B, C, D. At this point, it goes into a different riff on the mandolin. I'm not going to teach you that either. And interestingly enough, for no reason whatsoever, Paul sings the lyrics in a different space. Instead of starting on the, the riff, he starts on this riff. That's neither here nor there. It's just one of those things the Replacements do, and it's wonderful when they do it, but, if anyone else did it, it would be wrong. All right, those are the main parts of I Will Dare, the great kickoff single from the Replacements' Let It Be. First track on the record as well, like I said, with a guitar solo by Pete Buck of REM. And now you kind of know what's happening, and go ahead and see if you can make it your own. All right, later.